Welcome back, folks. Here we are with my Kawasaki W800. Let's turn this baby on. So, the weather here has been awful and I haven't been able to get out on Verna here. But today, typically on a work day, it's beautiful. And, well, what are lunch breaks for if not for riding your motorcycle? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, I need to go get some fuel, and then I'm going to go pop round to a place that I inquired about potentially getting the petrol tank repainted. Yes, Verna's petrol tank. I want to get a quote. Guy said pop on round and have a look. And I'm thinking of having it a British racing green. You know, why? Well, green's my favourite colour, and I'm really missing the green look of the bobber. I'm just missing the bobber. Everyone knows that who watches this channel. I miss the bobber. You may be asking, why don't I get a bobber? Well, because I like the W800 just as much, but in a different way. And one thing I've never been too keen on the cafe is the Kawasaki decal on the side of the tank on this particular model. It's just the way the cafes seem to have come, and that was the one that came that I could afford at the time when I bought this fella at the beginning of the year. And, you know, what's a motorcycle if you don't customize it a bit? And I want to make it mine. I mean, I've changed the indicators just because I wasn't that keen on the big plasticky indicators for a motorcycle that's supposed to be a modern retro. Maybe that's the modern part, but it didn't fit to my retro side. So the indicators are changed, and yeah. So we're gonna get some fuel, and then we're gonna pop around there, see what he says, see what he thinks. Another thing is I chipped the tank stupidly with a handlebar mount because I put it too far in on the handlebar where the bracket was. And yes, it's a little chip, but that little chip annoys me. And then on another existential crisis I'm having, we went round to our local garage. When I say we, me and Florin, he was having his car MOT'd, and the guy there also specialises in Harleys, like Harleys is his passion. And he started one up, which I believe was the King. I can't remember the model exactly, I'm not familiar with that. But since that day, I haven't thought about anything but Harleys. And I can't stop looking at Harley-Davidsons. And there is one that I really like the look of, and it's the 2009 or 2008 onwards, I suppose. 883R, is it that one? Nope, not that one, the next one. And why do I keep looking at that one? Well, because it's very, very nice. Look at that old crap. Oh, no, it's full. Oh, wait. Okay, refueled. Whoa. And no gas. Right. I roughly know where it is, but it is also en route to my friend's Le Florin. So maybe I'll pop round, see him first, then do that, and then pop on home. That sounds sensible. So yeah, so I have this existential crisis where I love my W800. I think I'm going to get in the tank repainted to a colour that I like, mainly because it's my favourite colour, and the decals, the stickers, you know, the logo on the side. It's not really a logo, it's just like these silver stripes. Summary: love Kawasaki W800, love the feel of it, love the ease of it, no complaints whatsoever, apart from the tank. And then some fools started the Harley-Davidson right in front of me, and I forgot how much I miss that V-twin noise and feel. Oh boy. Like, my first big bike was a twin, a V-twin. It was a Honda Bros 400 from 1990, I believe it was. Across the pond it's called the Honda Hawk GT. Mainly the 650 form was found in the US, I believe. There were Japanese imports to the UK at least. I don't know about the US, I think they were actually sold in the US. But they had that single-sided swing arm, like the VFR, the frame a bit like the VFR. I'm not actually sure if the original VFR 400 was kind of based on that or same at the time. But it had that same look. It was like the naked VFR with a V-twin engine in it, which for a little 400 sounded amazing. Mine did have the baffle board out. That might have, you know, helped with the sound. But yeah. And since then, I have gone from that to a inline 4, which was the Suzuki Bandit, to a single with a bullet, and from the single to an inline twin, which was the Bobber, to another inline twin, the W800. So yeah, there's a recent Freddie Dobbs, or Tuesday with Dobbs podcast I listened to yesterday while I was working, and one of the things he mentions is about motorcycling is, you know, passion. It comes from the heart. But how much, when does the mind take over from the heart, and when is it just sensible not to follow the heart? Because if I was to get a Harley-Davidson, it would be a later model in terms of, it'd be the fuel injections, which I believe they came through in 2007. All Harleys became fuel injection. Just because I've had carbs, you know, Hans here, the Bullet, back at home, he's a carb. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that as such. They're easy to fix and play with, but the reliability issues I had with the Bandit's carbs drove me mad. And yes, there was 4 of them, so that probably didn't help, especially if I had to balance them and then clean them, clear the jets. There's just something, you know, technology advances, and generally for the good. There are some nostalgic reasons to keep other things, hence motorcycle manufacturers make modern retros, right? They wouldn't sell if people weren't nostalgic about the past, but wanting that modern touch still, which I don't mind. So yeah, so it'd be a later Harley-Davidson with, like, there's a lot of cars. Oh. Yeah, what it comes down to is I need to find a job that pays me better, or a career I need to learn to get paid better, slash I need this YouTube business to kick off. And for that, I kind of need feedback. Like, you know, why do you watch these kind of videos? What's particularly interesting about my videos, if any? You know, is it the motorcycle, the W800? Is it my charming and lovely sense of humour and charisma? Or is it you just like videos? Again, I'm been trying to improve bit by bit with every video I make. I currently still edit my videos on my mobile phone using the software called CapCut. Why? Well, because that's there. Look at this trike. Don't say it's a Harley. It's a Harley. It's a Harley. There you go. You sing the word Harley and they shall appear. If you don't follow Geordie Pressman, give him a follow. He is a great entrepreneur of buying and selling motorcycles. He's had more motorcycles in the last 2 years than anyone I know. Which, you know, you could critique of like, what the hell are you doing? But Geordie, as I've seen commenters before, and I perfectly agree, you're out there testing the bikes for us, and you're very much heart over head, I think. I like that. But he has just got himself a new Harley-Davidson Softail, I believe. He's been, you know, doing little sneak previews on his Instagram, which I'm fairly sure is a different bike to the one he was testing out, because from a recent message he's looking at also getting things changed in colour and putting different handlebars on. It looks like a stunning bike. It's a beautiful bike. So yeah, go check his channel out. And then we have the one and only all-year motorcyclist with his Monday mutters and Friday mutters, which are mutteringly fabulous. Then, oh, and if you didn't know, you can send him videos and pictures. I believe he references his email address on the videos to send them to, and I'll give him a show. And also, you know, a good chit chat about them, because it's interesting to see what everyone else rides and what they're up to. And then we have the one and only Bristol Thunderbird, who's currently in Norway and looks like he's having a fabulous time taking the long road to Sweden with a bit of camping in the woods, with a minor breakdown which he fixed. And see, this is kind of also that thing of, it's an older motorcycle. All he needed was a toolkit. This is a little village called, Little Downham, and this is where the body workshop place is, which will be at in 1 minute apparently. We've got to take a right here. Oh, and then on the way home I'll be taking you to what I consider the bumpiest road in Cambridgeshire. At least the bumpiest road I know of. I believe it's going to be somewhere here, according to... there we go. AJS customer parking. Well, super friendly. Really nice garage too, actually. So they mainly deal with vehicles which are damaged in accidents and such and repairs. So it might be a bit of a one-off, but I did get their contact details from a local motorcycle shop where they always get their bikes painted. So, you know, all you can do is ask, isn't it? And ask I have. Every time someone looks at the W800, you get nothing but admiration for it, because it is a beautiful looking bike, and I need to remind myself that it's practical. And that's the reason I bought it, and I think that's what I need to remind myself. The reason I bought this motorcycle is for the things that I intend to do on a motorcycle, for the things I want to do on a motorcycle, and that was a bit weird. And those are, I have the option of a pillion on here. Oh, and by the way, just before I continue that, this is the bumpy, horrible road, which has warning for humps. You may not be able to pick it up on the camera, but look at that. Whee! It's like a mini half pipe there. But yeah, the reason I bought the Kawasaki W800 and traded in the bobber was because the bobber lacked certain practicality things. Well, I felt they did, such as the smaller fuel tank. Well, this tank is 3 litres larger. I can take a pillion on the back. I can easily throw some bags on the back. I just need to stick on some pannier rails, and then also acquire some panniers to do that, because my aim is to do some motor camping and just, you know, to ride places multiple days and be able to just like, I'm going to go camping. I'm going to stop here and there and explore everywhere. So I've got a larger fuel capacity. I've got a larger area to potentially carry more things. I still have that beautiful looking modern retro, which I'm very fortunate to have. I mean, not everyone's in a position to buy a motorcycle and then also buy a motorcycle and switch motorcycles all the time. And that's also important to remember. Jesus. Here's a big secret hump. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay. I think let's keep it below 40 on this road, because only a buckaroo. I need to get Hans the Bullet back up and running and sold, because again, I can't afford cheap bikes, and he needs some love and attention, and then some more love from an owner who can appreciate the beauty of the Royal Enfield Bullets, especially the older gen. On that note, I think I'm gonna cut it short there, because I've got a couple of miles till I get home, and I've basically run out of things to say. For now, that is.